This is video number 1, and we're gonna show connection diagram E2020 alpha as modified by the customer, where the shunt, which is normally installed on the negative, now it's gonna be connected on the positive. And let me take my red pen, and when I say positive, this is the negative and this is the positive for the charger. So the shunt is connected on the positive bus on the charger, and I'm going to show you the feedback. So as shown by the customer, we have the shunt, and it doesn't matter whether you have 1 and 2 or 2 and 1, no matter what these connections are, they just go to 4 and 3 or to 3 and 4. It's basically 50 millivolts between positions 3 and 4 and 4 and 3 of J1 and to the regulator board. And the feedback, because now it's with respect to the positive, the feedback is going to be provided by this resistor. In our application, we're going to bring in 240, right, Tony? Yep. And we're going to have 7.5K and 511K. So it's the voltage divider between these two resistors, but we're picking up at the junction, and that's what we're bringing in with respect to 4. That resistor gets connected to the positive, that's where it's referencing from, and the other resistor goes to the negative. So what we did this morning is we used this controller, and we had the DC shunt and the feedback connected to the negative bus of the terminal, but Tony and I modified it on the positive output. There's the words positive. We're bringing in a shunt, and then the shunt goes to the load, and the feedback from the shunt goes to position 4 and 3. And this can be 3 and 4, 4 and 3. It's just basically across the shunt. And then in addition to that, we have a different terminal block where we have the quarter watt resistor. That's the resistor, one of the leads of that resistor that provides the feedback goes to the positive, because now we're referencing with the positive. And then you notice this yellow, red, that's where the feedback goes into position 1 of header G1, and the bigger resistor, or 511, that's going to the negative. Now we turn this unit on and it worked just fine, just following this E2020A. We can go through all this, and what we're going to show you on the second video is the feedback, the 50 millivolt feedback and the 4 volt feedback. You'll notice that now we'll have a negative amplitude, or at least when we measure with the meter, it'll be the quantities will be negative, but that's okay, because I pointed out that we have an absolute value circuit on this board. And we're going to show you that we're going to monitor 3 channels. We're going to monitor test point 1, test point 4, and J and SICI, which is J3 position 3. Alright, so this is the end of the first video.